Use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. How does that resonate with you? I love that saying. And in my recent Frugal updates or things I do not buy anymore video, I shared some of the things that I don't buy any longer and how they've either saved me money or helped me live a more either sustainable or minimalist lifestyle. So I really hope that this video inspires you. Maybe these are some of the things that you no longer buy. I would love to hear in the comments your journey and some of the things that you don't buy either. So I'm going to get on with the items, but I just wanted to say if this video does give you any value or if you are enjoying it, please do consider subscribing. I know we say this all the time, but honestly it makes all the difference, and a like on the video also helps YouTube rank the video as being helpful, so hopefully you want to do that for me as well. So let's get into all the things that I no longer buy. So I really wanted to start off by asking you how you felt lockdown had helped with your own perspective. Has it changed how you feel about the things that you buy and the value that they actually have? Do you feel like maybe you're either shopping loads more out of stress, anxiety, boredom, or are you actually a little bit more mindful about what you're buying? Because I definitely feel like that's been the way for me. I obviously went on a massive journey last year on my no buy year, and I really reset my buying habits and my shopping addiction, I would say. Not like a huge addiction like I know some people suffer with, but I would just have absolutely no mindfulness when it came to my shopping. I would buy anything I wanted within reason, and I didn't really ever think about it. And I just have gone on such a journey, which I've shared with you all, and it's been so nice to get to know so many of you. So I just wondered how you felt, whether your perspective has changed throughout lockdown, whether things mean less these days, basically, because I think being with people and around our loved ones is just so much more, just means so much more to me anyway. Okay, so here are some of the things that I no longer buy. Do you relate to any of them? Let me know. So the first thing is chewing gum. I mean, I didn't even think of this one until I saw some the other day and I was like, I don't ever have that anymore. To be honest with you, I find the whole concept a little bit gross, like it's just going around in your mouth the whole time, and it's just a little bit odd for me. So yeah, I don't buy that anymore. Not a huge cost, I know, but it's definitely something that I no longer buy. The next thing is school photos. I know this is a really individual thing, so obviously if that's what you want to do, then of course do it. But for me, I personally would rather, and what we do actually do, is take the school photos myself with the uniforms on and in a much more relaxed environment and setting, because literally my children's faces, if you are putting them in the front of a camera that they don't feel comfortable with, like a school photographer, is like, am I the only one that has that? Literally, they're just not nice photos. They don't look like themselves. They don't look like they're enjoying themselves. And I don't think it should be a rite of passage unless it suits you, unless you really want to buy them. So for us, we don't buy them, and that saves loads of money because they're so expensive. I just realised that I had like this poking out the back of my head for that first half. So I'm going to remove my little IKEA rose and pop him down there. I've had that for such a long time. But yeah, I didn't know if that was a little bit distracting. So the next thing that I no longer buy is swimwear, bikinis mainly. And to be honest with you, the whole reason I don't buy them is basically because I feel really uncomfortable in my own body at the moment. I don't know if it's just an age thing, and I really would love to be a body confident person, but I am just not. I feel really, really uncomfortable, and I don't want to wear swimwear anyway, so I'm not going to buy more of it until I do feel more comfortable. But I don't really tend to wear bikinis anymore. If I do, it's a really high-waisted bottom, and I just prefer wearing like one pieces. So for me, bikinis is something that I no longer buy. So let me know where you stand with this next one, guys. I know it's a bit contentious because I don't like paying for shipping. Now, I'm fully aware that for the consumer, the shipping is usually built into the cost of the goods if it's a free shipping. And for the seller, then it's really hard to compete with the likes of Amazon, where you can get Prime and you get free delivery once you've paid for the £80 a year. And I know that they then lose orders. So it's a really tricky one. But for me personally, I hate having to pay shipping on an order, especially if it's, you know, a considerable amount. I just won't buy it. I literally won't buy it from places where you have to pay shipping. I'm talking about large businesses, you know, like online places, furniture or clothing or anything like that. If I do buy online, I don't choose to go anywhere that hasn't got free shipping. Okay, I don't know if I've mentioned this one before. I'm sorry if I have, but I had to mention it, and that is phone contracts. I don't buy them. They are extortionate these days. I looked into it not so long ago. It was about £60 for the new iPhone on contract. And I was like every month is that? And the reason I don't is because I pay £12 a month. I buy the phone outright on an interest-free agreement and I pay it off within a year, and then my contract is £12 a month. So I'm saving so much money. The phone is like double the price if you get it on a contract rather than on an interest-free setup where I get the phone and I pay it off within a year, and I'm so much better off. So yeah, don't buy phone contracts anymore. I used to spend a lot on them. Okay, the next one doesn't really apply so much at the moment because we're not going to the movies, but I never buy snacks from the movies. No, they're so expensive. Pop down to Morrison's, get yourself a pick and mix, get yourself like a bag of crisps or something, and some soda or whatever you want to take with you, and it's basically a couple of pounds compared to £25–30. It's crazy how much the markup is on cinema snacks. The next one, as I'm sure you know, is haircuts. This isn't one that's going to be forever, but I don't spend money on haircuts. It's been over a year. I'm obviously always bang on about this, but last year when I started my Nobel year, I stopped getting my hair done because it was really short and really blonde and really expensive to maintain. So I stopped getting my hair done, and this is the result. It's actually, I'm having a really bad hair day because ironically I just cut my own hair. So if you want to see that video, I'll leave it in the description if it's out yet. I don't think it's out yet, but it's coming soon, so subscribe so you don't miss that little disaster. So I'm having a bit of a crazy hair moment. But yeah, I don't pay for haircuts because they used to be so much more affordable, and now they've exploded in price. And to be honest with you, I can just make do. Balayage is a great way of saving money on getting my hair done. The next one I don't spend money on anymore, or that I no longer buy, is expensive birthday cards. Literally, I used to spend so much money, and I love a good birthday card, so I do think it does have its place if it's a special birthday, or you know, like a little card to say you're thinking of someone. That's maybe something I would spend on, but not for those kiddie birthday parties, no way. I get myself down to Home Bargains, like the dollar store, and I get 3, 4 for £1, or they're like 29p each, and they're fine, and I put them all in my drawer. You would have seen from my money tips video once upon a time I did, and they are good to go whenever we need them. So I spend maybe £1 on, say, 5 cards, and that will last me for a few weeks of birthday parties if we go to them when they're on, and they're so much more affordable. Okay, the next one is shower gel. Stuart, my husband, goes through so much shower gel, it's unbelievable, and so we no longer buy it. It's really not sustainable for the planet with all the plastic. You don't actually get as much use out of it because it's so full of water to make the mixture up. So we just now buy soap bars, and they are just much better for our family, and they save us a lot of money, and obviously less packaging, less waste, so better all round. The next thing I no longer buy is pre-chopped veggies. Now, I will sometimes make an exception on butternut squash, just sometimes, because it is a bit of a pain in the bum to chop up and it's very hard to do. So I will make an exception on that, but things like chopped onions, chopped lettuce, like there's so many things you can get pre-prepared, but the markup's crazy. So yeah, I definitely don't buy those anymore. The next thing I don't buy anymore is loads of makeup. I actually have done a skincare declutter quite recently. I just don't buy loads of makeup anymore. I have quite a standard face look that I go for, maybe change up the lipstick, maybe change up the eyeshadow, but it's within the same palette, and I just wear the same style all the time. And I used to spend a fortune on makeup. We all know that if you've been around here for a while. I admittedly would love some new lipsticks, and there's a couple of Posh eye palettes that I would really love, but honestly they last me for years, and I have just been using them for so long, so they do really get your money out of them, like the cost per wear. But I don't buy loads of makeup, like impulse purchases from what I see on other people showing me online. And the last thing that I no longer buy for this video, there's so many more to come, is magazines. I mean, I just don't have the time to read them. And the other day I went to my parents' house, we sat in the garden, and they had a copy of like the Waitrose Good Food type magazine, and I sat and read it while the boys were playing, and I was like, this is bliss. But I would never have time to do that like normally, so I just don't bother buying them. They're so expensive, and I do love reading them online still, but I do feel like Instagram or something like that is like a digital magazine that I would use for like inspiration, or Pinterest. So yeah, I just don't spend my money on them anymore. So there we go, guys. There's so many more things that I don't buy any longer. So definitely like this video if you want to see more ideas and more ways that you can kind of be a bit more sustainable. Things like being plastic, single-use plastics, I don't buy anymore, but I didn't really want to include it as such because it's a journey. I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect at all, but I'm making those positive changes to try and be more mindful of it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you very soon over here again. Take care. Bye.